Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are going to learn why South Korea wants to strengthen its trade ties with India. So let's get started. Now to begin with, India and South Korea established formal diplomatic relations in the year 1973. Since 1973, India and South Korea have signed various trade agreements to boost bilateral trade. Some of them include the Bilateral Investment Promotion Agreement of year 1996 and the Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement in the year 2009. The bilateral trade between India and South Korea has grown exponentially over the past decades. For instance, in the previous financial year, the bilateral trade between the both countries stood at a whopping 20 billion US dollars. Now there is a point to note. The bilateral trade between India and South Korea is tilted in favor of South Korea, since India has a trade deficit of about 12 billion US dollars. Nevertheless, both India and South Korea are keen to expand their bilateral trade and reach a height of 50 billion US dollars by the year 2030. There are also plans to upgrade the Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement to facilitate this trade. Now, before we move on to the central argument why South Korea wants to expand its trade ties with India, we should also note that South Korea is eyeing not just India but also the countries in Southeast Asia and Australia. The primary reason behind this is that South Korea's economy is highly export oriented and export dependent. China and US comprise bulk of South Korea's exports, and South Korea wants to reduce its overdependence on both the countries. The fierce trade war between China and US has already taken a toll on many of South Korea's companies, as they have now started to report declining profits. So, why India? As you know, India is the fastest growing major economy in the world, growing at an annual growth rate of 7% plus. It is calculated that the Indian consumer market will double in the next decades, and the Indian middle class will grow to more than 800 million people in the coming decades. South Korea knows that if it can reduce its dependence on China and US, it can sustain its geopolitical interests. Moreover, many of South Korea's companies have already established strong presence in India, such as Hyundai and Samsung. South Korea wants to sustain its geopolitical interests. Recently, South Korea suffered a major blow as China sanctioned it. The reason Korea has border disputes with China pertaining to the South China Sea. That brings me to the end of this video. If you like this video, please press the like button. If you want to express your opinions, please feel free to comment in the comment section box. Also share this video with your friends and family, and last but not the least, subscribe to my channel. Thank you.